Okay, so this is a quick tutorial on how to rectify an EDL. So I received an EDL. I'm going to open it up here for a project. It comes in like this, an email. The file will be called EDL. And so what I do is I go to the project folder that I've created. I create one folder for post that's separate from clearance, where I keep all of my EDL work. And so I've got one here for, this is for episode 205. And so I've created one for episode 205, and then I date it, so the date that it came in. And as you can see, I've already pulled the EDL over here. So once it's over here, you've got it in your post folder. You know where it is. You're going to want to keep all of the information for this EDL in this folder that is dated. You're going to go up here to your browser, and you're going to be putting in EDL Hacker, which is a courtesy application that will process an EDL for you. The EDL format is not really usable with any of the applications that you have on your computer. So you have to turn it into something that can be used by one of your applications. So the first thing you want to do is you want to turn this into a CSV. So you go to Choose File, and you're going to go to where that file is, and we go back to post 205, this date, and there it is right there, and you're going to open it up, and then you're going to upload and process it. And so you're going to choose this third one to download as a CSV. You click it, and you see it's being converted into a CSV. So then you grab that file, and you're going to put it into your 205 folder. And once you've done that, you want to right-click and open with Excel. So Excel is going to open it. Here's your EDL. And it's filled with information. Some of it you do not need. And so the first thing you want to do is clear it out of all the information you do not need. You want to distill it down to just the information you need, which is the files for third-party assets that you've given a naming convention to, which you'll be able to sort easily. First thing you want to do, I go up here, I highlight this, and I say delete. And then I go all the way to the bottom. So there's another part of this EDL, which you do not need, right here. So you want to highlight that row and then go all the way to the bottom of this. And shift, hold, and click, and then just hit delete. And so then you're going to go back to the top of the document, and I just delete row A, row C, and row D. You don't need any of those. The next thing I do is I create, so these files, B and J, are pretty much the same. They usually are the exact same files. Just in case something is strange, I like to open another sheet. I'm going to cut, and I'm going to paste these over here so that they're not gone. I can always bring them back if I have to go look at them. But that leaves all of these columns open. I take the J column and I move it to the A, and that is all of the file names of the project. So what you want to do next is you want to go up here to data, and go to sort. And then you're going to choose column A. You're going to sort column A. So it's sorting them all by file name. And with this project, my naming convention is this one right here, Con2V, which is the name of the project, second season, and video. There are also stills, which are represented by Con2S. But I know that those are my naming conventions, and that's what I want to have remain in this document. So you want to clean it out of everything else that is there. So I highlight there. I'm going to scroll down. I want to be checking to see if there's anything strange, like possibly a Getty file that never got a naming convention, because sometimes an editor will just go and grab files and put them into the project that were not archived. And so you want to try to see if you can find those before you get to a later stage in clearing. So there was nothing up there. So I have highlighted all of that is above. I'm going to go up here to File. I'm going to go Delete. Boom. So there's my naming convention right here, Con2S. And so I'm going to scroll down to the bottom of that naming convention, which is right there. I'm going to highlight that row. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to scroll down, make sure that there isn't anything that is in the project that is not archived with a naming convention. And so far it looks pretty good. All of this stuff is the other files that are used to edit and produce the project. They're completely insignificant to what I need to do. So I keep going down, and then I'm going to highlight the bottom here. Hold Shift and click, and that'll highlight the whole grid above. I'm going to go up here. I'm going to delete again. So that leaves me with all of my naming conventions left. There's all of these numbers that are going to show up. You do not need these. So what I do is I highlight that row, go down here, and I just hit delete. This is your these are your column names. Before I put those back at the top, what I do is, so this is your source in and your source out. So that's theoretically the file, the source tape. That'll be the TC. It's not always though, but the TC from on that tape where the editor took out some of the screener. What you're going to be wanting to look for is dist in and dist out. These are the TC in and out of the project. You want this to run in sequential order of timing, and that is going to be your dist in. So that right here is column G. So I scroll back to the top. I'm going to click the corner to highlight the whole thing. I go to Data. I go to Sort. I go to column G, and that puts it back in timing. I'm going to go down here, actually go back up here. I'm going to add a row. So I go Insert Row, boom, and I've got a row right there. I'm going to go back to the bottom, and I am going to grab that column title row and move it to the top, and that's right here. Cut and paste and put it in. I'm going to name this one file name, and you got 3 open rows here. So I like to have right after the file the TC in and out of the project, and then since you're going to be ordering some of your masters off of the duration of the clip, I like to go TC in out and then duration right after the file. And so I've got these B, C, and D open. I'm going to, because I deleted those columns early on, I am going to cut and paste these 3 columns there. So this is now in the format that I like to work on my files. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to upload this into the show EDL project where I do my EDL work. And that's going to be in here. Actually, go to shared with me. So you want to find the folder and post-production, and then in archival folder I have EDL processing folder. So I click on that, and so this is for show 205. I'm going to create a new folder called 205, and there's the 205 folder. First you want to go over here and you want to save as. So save this project. First right here, you want to change it to an Excel workbook. So go all the way to the top, change to Excel workbook. And then I like to add processed. And that is saved in this folder right here that is your 205 folder. And so once I've done that and I'm in my show folder on the server, I grab that file and I drop it in there. And we're now in Google. I'm going to double click on that. And I find Google Sheets a lot easier to use than Excel. It's a preference thing. So what I like to do is save it as Google Sheet. And I just add the G to the end of that, so that identifies it as that. I'm going to go back over here, and I am going to see that the G, this is my Google Sheet. And to prevent any confusion, where is it? Move that to the trash. That's right there. Okay, and so this is now your project right here that you're going to be working on. I have a header that I use. We will just cut and paste it right there. Okay, and so what this is you've got your file names right here. So these are all in your master archive. So this is your file names. This is your dist in and dist out, which is the shows TC in and TC out. The duration of how long this clip runs at that place. And then these are your source in and source out. And then I like to put here, so here is where I'm going to identify who the source is that provided us that. Then I leave a column for legal notes, because legal is going to have notes once you send them the project for legal review, and you can keep their notes over here. Notes is just for my notes. Post is any notes that post might give me right here. And then if post is wanting a swap for that particular item, let's say you're not able to clear it, or you can't fair use it. Since this is a living document and everybody can go and look at it, I put my swap options in this column. Here, let's take rid of that. What I do is I grab the link and the password to the cut, and I stick it there so that you always, when you're on this, for some reason, your QuickTime closes, you can always come right back here and open up your show. And that's the way I do it.